With breaking news.
And breaking here at 11 o'clock, the United Auto Workers are preparing to strike here in about an hour at midnight. Could shut down the nation's unionized auto assembly plants. And thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Mike Dardis.
Good evening to you. I'm Cherie Palello. So the UAW is prepared to do what they're calling now a targeted strike, which means only select plants are going to go on strike for now. Now, we've just learned that does not include, again, the Ford plant in Sharonville, at least not right now. We are less than about an hour away from finding out the final answer on this deal. And WLWT News 5's Lindsay Stone live for us at the UAW headquarters here in Evendale with much more on tonight's decision. Hi there, Lindsay.
Hi, Cherie and Mike. Yeah, the clock is really ticking over the next hour as the UAW is trying to reach an agreement with the big three automakers. That's Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. Now, as you mentioned, we just learned the locations of the three plants that will possibly go on strike at midnight if no agreement has been reached. Now, that includes the Stellantis plant in Toledo, right here in Ohio, the Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan, and the GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri. Now, we just spoke to the local UAW president just moments ago, and he told us he was actually surprised that the Sharonville Ford plant was not chosen as one included in that targeted strike. But he said they are not only ready to support the workers who could possibly go on strike at other plants in the country, but they are ready to possibly go on strike themselves if things don't change. Now, again, we have been speaking to workers all week long, and they tell us as they watch all of this play out in this historic moment, they're just anxiously waiting to see what happens next.
We want change. We want what's better for our membership. It's not an easy place to work at, and we need the company to know that and to respond to that.
Landon Smith is one of 145,000 United Auto Workers who's been anxiously waiting.
It's ominous.
The union contracts are set to expire at midnight at the big three automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis.
We're trying to do what's best for our membership.
The UAW's current top wage is $32.32 per hour. The union is demanding a 40% wage increase over the length of 4-year contracts, 32-hour work weeks, and better pensions.
The numbers that we're talking about in terms of the increase in wages, this would have been unheard of a few years ago. We saw that the union is proposing 35 to 40% increase in wages over the next 4 years, and the companies have proposed 20%. If you would have said those numbers 5 years ago, people would have thought you were crazy on both sides. But the reality is, over the last 3 years, prices have gone up by nearly 20%.
Michael Jones is a professor of economics at the University of Cincinnati. He says consumers could feel the effects of a strike lasting longer than several days.
I think you're going to start to see a significant impact on prices for both new cars and used cars, and that's bad news for inflation after that period of time where we finally got a lot of it under control.
I don't think anybody likes the uncertainty of being out there on the picket line, but you know, we got to do what we got to do. I mean, it's standing up for us, you know, and others.
And again, that strike will affect the three big automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. It will not affect other companies that are big manufacturers like Toyota, Hyundai, or possibly even Tesla, which economists say could potentially affect the prices that we see in their business if that strike goes into effect. So again, we are watching all of this play out, and we'll keep you updated both on air and online as we reach that midnight deadline. But for now, here in Evendale, Lindsay Stone, WLWT News 5.
All right, big